Bonjour, shalom, and what's up? And welcome to your last pub quiz of 2024. I'm Chaz, and we're here to host some quiz for you. How you living? Let me know in the chat what you drinking. What's your plans for New Year's? Looking forward to anything in 2025? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Anyway, I'm chilling. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night, honestly. So yeah, maybe you can inspire me. That's almost last year. Got it in first. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Well, you know what we do here on Mondays here on Twitch. We're Geeks Bring Pub Quiz. We got 7 rounds of the pub quiz for you. 5 of them will be read by me. 2 of them involve media. In my drink stash right now, I got water in this jar because I like to pretend I'm a hipster place sometimes. And I have this seltzer cocktails by San Juan Seltzer called a Sex on the Peach. Because why not? Anyway. Blue raspberry, I feel you on that. That's a Sovos level pun. Indeed. Alrighty. If y'all want to get in on the action, just put in a let's go in the chat and we'll get started with round number 1. I would buy those for the puns alone. I mean, like, it's actually, like, it's been in my fridge for a while. So, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, should I go on without a drink? But I'm like, it's Geeks Drink Pub Quiz. How can you go on without a drink? Right? Legs toe. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like to think of Let's Go like the way that Lin-Manuel Miranda says it in Hamilton. Like, let's go. All right. Round number 1 is called High Noon. Or me first, the Gimme Gimmels. Happy Hanukkah, y'all. All of these answers in this round can be made using only the letters found in a dreidel. So that's Dreidel. For question number 1, possibly guilt-tripped by Bambi, 11 U.S. states chose the white-tailed species of what critter as their state animal? You know what? Come to think of it, I think Bambi is one of those Disney movies that I have not seen, so it's probably on Disney Plus. So maybe I should make a chance to watch it. Cause there's I feel like in 2025 I want to start a meetup with friends called I can't believe you haven't seen that meetup where you choose a movie that someone hasn't seen and we all watch it, but movies that you expect people have seen. Cause there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen that you would expect me to see. So Hey. Oh, hey, Sobos. Hey, I hope you do not lose. Bambi versus that psycho Winnie the Pooh. Good lord, wowzer. Anyway, Sobos, I hope you do not drop in reception. But we're glad to hear you. Glad to have you here for as long as we can have you here for. Moving right along to question number 2. Because communism, in 1966, a group of Chinese revolutionaries launched a campaign to make what color mean go on traffic lights? Honestly, I feel like this question is anti-black. Like, not the question itself, but the fact that they're doing that. Like, if you know why, you know why. If you don't, look up who created the stoplight or the traffic light. Yeah. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's just weird. See, followed by Bambi versus Godzilla. Oh my god. You want to know, I spent a lot of time in my life thinking that Bambi was a girl. I dead ass thought Bambi was a girl for a long ass time. Right. But when I found out they were a boy, I was like, wait, what? Bambi a boy? What? Stop the cap. That's the kid say. But anyway, moving along to question number 3. If you're flying Hawaiian Airlines, you can pay an extra $22 to be greeted at Honolulu Airport with what neckwear? Yes, me too. I also knew before the second that Bambi was a bad boy. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only. Oh man, okay. I got 2 days off, like for the new year. I'm gonna watch Bambi at some point, like, and I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel. Like maybe I should go through like each era, like the 60s, because I think I've only seen one movie from the 70s, and that was Disney, I should say. And I think that's 101 Dalmatians. And I think I've seen parts of the Aristocats, but like even like classics like Lady and the Tramp and I did see the Black Cauldron, but I think the Black Cauldron's the 80s. Anyway, I digress. We're moving on to question number 4 of round number 1, a high noon. Uh, where all the answers can be found in the letters found in dreidel. Wow, that was too much. Anyway, for question number 4, what heck goes on 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening? That's a famous puzzle known as the Sphinx. What? Baby's mom said the movie was to die for. Oh my god. Like, isn't Baby over 50 years old? Like, too soon. I still firmly believe that too soon doesn't exist, but I know I'm in the minority on that one. Like, right, like you think it's too soon to be making peanut farmer jokes? I don't, although I don't have a good Jimmy Carter joke, honestly. Like, he was a real one. Rest in power, Jimmy Carter. Made it to 100. What y'all should be really mad at is that Jimmy Carter made it to 100, but Betty White didn't. Why, universe? Why? While we contemplate that, let's move on to question number 5. The guy who shot JFK, the guy who played Saruman, and the company that put the first zip flies on jeans share what 3-letter name? Jimmy Carter was a farmer. That's nuts. So what I want to know is, did Jimmy Carter know George Washington Carver? Like, cause he was a peanut farmer, right? And George Washington Carver did all those things with the peanuts. Like, I mean, like, did they know each other? Like, did he like donate peanuts to the Tuskegee Institute? Like, I feel like Jimmy Carter, being the real one that he is, would do something like that. But I also don't know if because I think Jimmy Carter was born in 1924, so I don't remember when George Washington Carver was born, so they maybe or maybe didn't overlap. Who knows? Anyway, moving along to question number 6. Kevin Hart plays a wannabe cop who rolls around with a seasoned detective played by Ice Cube. I just explained the title of what 2014 comedy? What along? Oh, he's born in 1864. Okay, never mind. Thank you. All right. So they did have some overlap, but not enough. Like, it's not like his 60-something self would have been like, "Hey, 12-year-old peanut farmer, Jimmy Carter." Like, it's okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, George Washington Carver is an Iowa State University alum. Oh, look at that. That's this stuff that I should know about him, but I don't know. I fell asleep in his namesake building during the 8 a.m. Econ 101 class. Nice. Alrighty, folks, moving along to question number 7, your penultimate question of round number 1. Unagi is Japanese sushi made with what snaky fish that the English eat jellied or stewed? And this is probably like my favorite sushi thing to get. Like, I got a sushi burrito when I went to the mall yesterday, and it basically had this tempura shrimp, cucumber, avocado oil, and a sauce that's also related to the answer to the question. Maybe gave you too much info if you didn't know what it is, but if you ever want to order me sushi, order me this. I got a sushi burrito. Yeah, no, there's places out here that make like it's basically just like an uncut sushi roll, to be honest with you. Like it's not that like it's like a hand roll with extra steps. Like I mean it was still enjoyable, but like anyway. Moving on to question number 8, your final question, not including the bonus for question number 1. If we'd waited until this question to tell you about the round's theme, that'd be a mistake that's known in the newspaper industry as burying the what? You mean ludicrous? But yeah, no, it was good. It was funny because like I went to the mall and then I went to Costco, and in both places there was a sushi burrito spot. Like I think it's a chain, like but just a local chain. And I was like, oh, what? It was weird. Like they are definitely far apart enough from each other that they're not hitting the same clientele and everything. I just thought it was interesting. I was like, oh, I didn't know they had one of these here too. Alrighty, that does it for all your questions for round number 1. Now we've got your bonus question. For Hanukkah last year, flight engineer Jasmine Gobelli got to spin a dreidel in zero G aboard what research lab? Your bonus question one more time. For Hanukkah last year, flight engineer Jasmine Mongbelly got to spin a dreidel in zero G aboard what research lab? And it looks like we got a bunch of correct answers flowing through. You have until I read the answer to question number 7 to submit. So let's head into round number 1's answers for high noon. For question number 1, possibly guilt tripped by Bambi, 11 U.S. states chose the white-tailed deer as their state animal. For question number 2, because communism, in 1966, a group of Chinese revolutionaries launched a campaign to make red to mean go in traffic lights. But they shut it down after causing a huge uptick in traffic accidents. Go figure. Or question number 3, if you're flying Hawaiian Airlines, you can pay an extra $22 to be greeted at Honolulu Airport with a lei. So it only takes $22 to get laid? Okay. For question number 4, what goes on 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening? That's a famous puzzle known as the Sphinx riddle. And the answer to that riddle is a human. Because you crawl as a baby, you walk, if you're an able-bodied person, that is, and you have a cane when you get old. If you're an able-bodied person, to a certain degree, you know. Anyway, moving on to question number 5. The guy who shot JFK, the guy who shot Soleiman, and the company that put the first zip flies on jeans share what 3-letter name? That would be Lee. Those being Lee Harvey Oswald, Christopher Lee, and Lee Jeans. Question number 6. Kevin Hart plays a wannabe cop who rolls around with a seasoned detective played by Ice Cube. I just explained the title of Ride Along. For question number 7, unagi is Japanese sushi made with eel. And I didn't know that the English eat it jellied or stewed. Anyway, unagi don or unagi roll, some of my favorite sushi. So if you ever give me sushi, that's what it is. For question number 8, if we waited until this question to tell you about the round's theme, that'd be a mistake. That's known as burying the lead. All right, and for your bonus question one more time, for Hanukkah last year, flight engineer Jasmine Mogbelly got to spin a dreidel in zero G aboard what research lab? That would be the ISS or the International Space Station. We're moving right along to round number 3, and it's called the Drinkies. We're ending this year by giving out the Drinkies, our awards for the most memorable moments of the year. All right, starting with question number 1. The award for All Right is choreography goes to what interstellar actor who went viral for dancing at his niece's quinceanera? Lisa Loeb informed a lot of what you would call my type. I feel that. I feel that. I also go for a girl with glasses. I don't know. No, but dead ass. Like, this one person I went on a few dates with, like, they never wore their glasses on any of our dates, and I was very disappointed because one of the reasons why I sent them a rose on Hinge is because of those glasses. But anyway, I digress. Moving on to question number 2. The award for most temporary bindings go to what April 8th event experienced by over 44 million people across North America? Oh yeah, TS Master. What drinks did you get for everyone? I mean, I haven't had a gin and tonic in a long time. I realized, like, that used to be my go-to drink when I first started drinking. But I guess I don't have it much anymore because I guess I like ginger beer with my drinks more, so I would do like a mule more so than anything. Ooh, rum punch is really good. All right, while y'all are sipping on your rum punch, let's head on over to question number 3. The award for best concert experience none of us can afford anymore goes to what music festival that featured a Doja Cat in a dress made of extensions and Chaperone wearing an Eat Me shirt? What's in it besides rum? Yeah, because I've been like I went past it's not Total Wine. I think it was Total Wine actually, and that's usually where I can only get Gosling's ginger beer from. And I thought about getting some, but I was on like a tight deadline. I was trying to see if Target had something that I wanted, and then I was also getting tickets to something that'll be related to a question later, and I'll go over that then. But until then, let's go over question number 4 of round number 3, the Drinkies. Once mostly known for having a racist name, the award for most rehabilitated image goes to what reigning NFL champs that suddenly became loved by Swifties? Yeah, I haven't been following the NFL. Are they doing good this year? Are they going back to the playoffs? Are the playoffs happening right now? Or are we on week like 18? I don't know. Again, I'm not following. I might go to a Super Bowl party this year though. So, who knows? Might have to make wings for it, which I haven't done in a long time. All right, moving on to question number 5. Seen here, Turkey's laid-back Yusuf Didek and South Korea's decked-out Kim Yeji share the award for most badass athletes after competing in what Olympic sport? Oh, they cinched the playoffs on Christmas Day. Okay, okay. I'm using those flavored drink drops, some Malibu rum, and I've been using carbonated water, but now just tap water. Okay, well, that sounds legit. That sounds legit. That reminds me, I need to fill up my water container that I put in the fridge. I guess it's a water pitcher technically, but like it has like a tap on it. But it also like just has very poor water flow after the water reaches a certain point. So maybe I should just get a different version. I always have to like tilt it down, what is annoying, but whatever. Moving along to question number 6. The award for most weirdly late pop culture reference goes to a Sex in the City meme about a guy who died on a Peloton back in 2021 known as Who is Moving to Paris. Oh man. Sex and the City was probably the first HBO show I watched that I shouldn't have been watching as a kid. Right? I guess like the sex lives of college girls kind of gives the same energy of Sex in the City for this age, except for they're in college, right? And not in the big city. But it's very interesting to see like how many kids might be on their parents' Max account. Like, I'm not supposed to be watching this, but I am. So, who knows? Moving on to question number 7, your penultimate question of round number 3. The award for most adorable meme who distract us from the hellscape of 2024 election goes to what animal whose name means bouncy pork in Thai? So I was listening to that NPR show, It's Been a Minute, and I was dead ass mad that this person got the breakout star 2024 and not Chapel Roan. Like, Chapel Roan's right there. Like, she's been making music for years. She came out with a new album in 2023, and then people just started banging in 2024. I was like, you go with this one? Like, if you listened to that episode, you know. If you didn't, you could listen to it. Who knows? We are not sponsored by NPR. Anyway, moving on to question number 8. Postergate and holding space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity were both viral moments in the lead up to what movie that we're gonna straight up award Best Picture. And the ticket that I went to see is, or the ticket that I went to purchase today, because I had one of those like special tickets that I could only redeem in person. I did for a sing-along version of this that I'm going to go to later on tonight. So if that doesn't give you the answer, I don't know what will. And lastly, we got another bonus question coming at you. And the drinky for best drinky goes to the neon-colored Brat Sour, a cocktail concocted by Delish to celebrate the summer of what pop singer? Bonus question one more time, and the drinky for best drinky goes to the neon green Brat Sour, a cocktail concocted by Delish to celebrate the summer of what pop singer? All right, looks like we got some correct answers coming down the pipeline, so let's go over your answers for round number 3. For question number 1, the award for All Right, All Right, All Right as choreography goes to Matthew McConaughey dancing at his niece's quinceanera. For question number 2, the award for most temporary blindings goes to the solar eclipse. And if you follow us on Facebook, that was the answer of the day. Question number 3, the award for best concert experience that none of us can afford anymore is Coachella. For question number 4, once known for having a very racist name, the award for most rehabilitated image goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. For question number 5, Yusuf, the Geeks, and Kamiyeji share the award for most badass athletes after competing in pistol shooting or just shooting. For question number 6, the award for the most weirdly late pop culture reference goes to Big, as in Big is moving to Paris. And for question number 7, the award for most adorable meme to distract us from the hellscape that is the 2024 election goes to Mudang. And finally, question number 8, Postergate and holding space for the lyrics Defying Gravity were both viral moments that we're going to straight up give the award Best Picture. That would be Wicked, or Wicked Part 1 if you're specific. Anyway, moving on to your bonus question. And the drinky for best drinky goes to the neon green Brad Sour, a cocktail concocted by Delish to celebrate the Brat Summer of Charlie XCX. Round number 4 is called Katana Hot Tin Roof because it's a round on Samurai and playwright Tennessee Williams. For question number 1, a violent boyfriend who chucked Williams's typewriter out a window inspired Stanley Kowalski, the lout who bellowed what lady's name in a streetcar named Desire. Let me see. I know, like who throws a typewriter out of the window like that? Like that's wild. That's wild as hell. Alrighty, folks, moving on to question number 2. William Adams, an English navigator who became a samurai in the 1600s, loosely inspired the Blackthorn character in what Emmy-hogging FX series? That thumbs up wasn't for y'all. That thumbs up was for my producer. Oh, gosh. Oh, Lordy. All right, folks, let's move along to question number 3. They'll never elect those two. They're much too attractive. So said Tennessee in 1958 while on a skeet shooting trip with what future president and his wife? I know what a skeet shooting trip is, but I'm just gonna interpret that as like, damn, you fine. No, to the sucker to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. No, like I'm gonna interpret it as that. It's not that thing that I used to play in the other mode of Duck Hunt, right? Like the mode of Duck Hunt that nobody really like talks about ever. It's not that. I mean, but when you talk about how the homie got down, though, maybe it was that kind of trip. Anyway, moving on to question number 4 of round number 4, Katana Hot Tin Roof. Thousands of samurai in the sudden typhoon crushed Kublai Khan's fleet at the Battle of Bunai in 1274, pretty much ending what empire's first invasion of Japan? Yeah, that's my new headcanon. Like, Tennessee Williams, attractive president in 1954. Sudden Typhoon rocks a mean show at the Learning Annex. You know what? Sudden Typhoon is a good band name, yo. Like, if there isn't already a band name named Sudden Typhoon, it needs to happen. Like, it needs to happen yesterday. And now that anyway, I don't even know where that transition was going, so let's go on over to question number 5. Williams famously hated the 1958 film adaptation of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, even though it had what violet-eyed, diamond-scented superstar in the title role? Sudden Typhoon sounds like a sushi burrito aftermath. Oh, I'm glad that didn't happen to me after a sushi burrito because I was on the bus or just traveling for a good 3 hours after I had that burrito. Anyway. Moving on to question number 6. After winning a battle, many samurai would cut the heads off of defeated opponents and then dye what part black? That was the style in Japan at the time. You know what? I want to play trivia at the local sushi place. Like what? Oh, that would be sick. Right, I get unagi done. I get some miso soup, and hopefully they have takoyaki. Like, now I want that to happen. Moving along to our penultimate question of round number 4, question number 7. Tennessee took the title of his play, Vous Carrere, and from an old name for what section of New Orleans that stretches roughly from Canal Street to Esplanade Avenue. Or, Esplanade. Not Esplanade. Adding syllables where they don't belong. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Actually, I gotta thank Geeks Who Drink for the one and only time I've been to New Orleans. I'm trying to go back this year for probably Halloween. I don't know how like crazy it gets for Halloween, but I do have a friend who's from there, so I'm gonna ask her like how wild does it get out there during that time. And while I figure that out, let's get wild with question number 8. Japan's legendary Toho Film Studio has a busy few months in 1954, putting both out Seven Samurai and what monster movie with about 30 canonical sequels. In the pinball game of this movie, on your third ball, if you knock it out of the right side, you do have about 10 seconds to shoot it up the middle in order to keep on going, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what movie I'm talking about. Like, it's very specific to this pinball table. Like, you gotta shoot it up the middle. Like, you do. Like, go watch it. Go play it. Like, you have an oxygen tank. My friend that like makes a good statement of like, why does this person need an oxygen tank? And I'm just like, gameplay? I don't know. But yeah, like you break the oxygen tank and then you shoot it up the middle. If you can hit the shot up the middle, you get to keep playing. If you don't in 10 seconds, then ball 3 is done and then you score your points, you know? That's how it'll be. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on over to your bonus question for round number 4. He's studied Tennessee Williams to get his accent in Knives Out, and he played James Bond, who dressed as a samurai in the novel You Only Live Once. Well, we managed to unite this round's theme using what actor? Your bonus one more time. He studied Tennessee Williams to get his accent in Knives Out, and he played James Bond, who dressed as a samurai in the novel You Only Live Twice. So we managed to unite this round's theme using what actor? Looks like we got a lot of correct answers coming down the pipeline, so let's head on to your answers for round 4, Katana Hot Tin Roof. For question number 1, a violent boyfriend who chucked a Williams typewriter out a window inspired Stanley Kowalski, the loud who bellowed Stella in A Streetcar Named Desire. For question number 2, William Adams, an English navigator who became a samurai in the 1600s, loosely inspired the Blackthorn character in the Emmy-hogging series Shogun. For question number 3, they'll never elect those two. They're much too attractive. So said Tennessee in 1958 while on a skeet shooting trip with the John F. Kennedy. I can't on this skeet shooting. Like, for question number 4, thousands of samurai in a sudden typhoon crushed Kublai Khan's fleet at the Battle of Brunei in 1274, pretty much ending the Mongols' attack on Japan. Question number 5, Williams famously hated the 1958 film adaptation of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, even though it had Elizabeth Taylor in it. Like, come on. For question number 6, after winning a battle, many samurai would cut the heads off of defeated opponents and dye their teeth black, as it was the style at the time. For question number 7, Tennessee took the title of his play Vieux Carré from an old name from a section of New Orleans that stretches roughly from Canal Street to Esplanade Avenue, that is the French Quarter. And lastly, question number 8, Japan's legendary Toho Film Studio has had a busy few months in 1954, releasing both Seven Samurai and Godzilla. So, yes, there is a Godzilla pinball game. You should go play it. It's fun. Anyway, moving on to your bonus question. He studied Tennessee Williams to get his accent in Knives Out, and he played James Bond, who dressed as a samurai, in the novel You Only Live Twice. So we managed to unite this round themes using Daniel Craig. Now, number 5, it is called The Year in Original Concepts. Name these movies that came out this year that aren't sequels or based on an existing IP.
Louis, I have someone I'd like you to meet.
Hello, Elizabeth. It's very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So, did he give you the grant?
Hey, smartass. Step entrance.
Citizens of America, we are now closer than ever to a historic victory as we eliminate the final pockets of resistance. God bless you all, and God bless America.
The seventh she, to be given the same choice that they've all been given, crimson or clover. Accept the gift and destroy it, and destroy yourself and yourselves.
To protect the hive. Sometimes I use fire to smoke out hornets.
This is a multi-million-dollar operation, asshole. Will you stomp his ass out, please?
Louis, I have someone I'd like you to meet.
Hello, Elizabeth. It's very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
30-40. Hey, smart ass. Step in front.
Citizens of America, we are now closer than ever to a historic victory. As we eliminate the final pockets of resistance. God bless you all.
The seventh she, to be given the same choice that they've all been given. Crimson or clover.
Sometimes I use fire to smoke out hornets.
This is a multi-million-dollar operation, asshole. Will you stomp his ass out, please?
And we're back with your answers. Round number 5 of the year in original concepts. So,
I like it.
question number 1, that's if. Number 2 is challengers. Number 3 is the substance. Number 4 is Megalopolis. Number 5 is a Monkey Man. Number 6 is a Civil War. Number 7 is Long Legs. And number 8 is a Beekeeper. Or the Beekeeper, I should say. All right, before we head into round number 6, remember we do have our daily game called Thrice. So head on over to thricegame.com and we got Seasons, Geekings, a house party quiz, a downloadable theme quiz that you can play anywhere. Head on over to geekstodrink.com/houseparty and grab that too. Alrighty, folks. For round number 6, we got G's, Louise. Because every answer in these 2-part questions start with the letter G. Answer both parts for a point each. There's no penalty for wrong guesses. All right, for question number 1. The Spanglers revisit a New York City firehouse in the 2024 installment of what film franchise? And Lucius Verus Aurelius comes back to the Coliseum in what 2024 sequel? Oh yeah, and of those movies that were in round 5, I only saw 2 of them, and that was Civil War and Monkey Man. But I want to see Challengers, and I want to see The Substance. And when I heard Megalopolis was a movie, I also thought it was a remake of Metropolis too. So I see you there. All right, moving on to question number 2. What ABC medical drama has named all but one of its 400+ episodes after song titles, and a cover of Journey's Don't Stop Believing hit number 4 on the Billboard charts, thanks to a 2009 episode of what Fox comedy? Actually, funny enough, the first time I came to Seattle, I was coming for PAX. I sat down and watched my first episode of the show that is in number 2. Ordered some Domino's, sat down, was like, ooh, what's this? So, you know. And I started watching it. Coppola entered his now you suck era. Oh yeah, wasn't Coppola like complaining about Marvel movies, how they're not art? Movies aren't art anymore, they're content. Like, yeah, bro. What was that? I haven't seen the movie, so like I can't dog on it, but People said it was bad, so anyway. Moving to question number 3. What Italian fashion brand first started putting horse bits on his loafers in 1953? And what American jeans brand has had a question mark in its logo since it was founded in 1981? Oh no, I love it when artists make art, like even if it's bad art, because I always like to say you sometimes have to make bad art to make good art. But Coppola has made so much good art before. It's kind of like, so what happened? Left over from the glue factory. Oh gosh. I hope not. While we contemplate the finer thoughts of glue and loafers, let's move on over to question number 4 of G. Louise's 16-point round 6. From the Latin word for aurum, Au is the chemical symbol for what metallic element? And along with francium, obviously, what 31st element is also named after France? So I don't know if anybody out there watches The Floor, but that's one show out there where, like, if I would win on it, I would my category would most definitely be Pokemon, because it's a learnable category, but a lot of people there would just not know it. But the guy, well, no spoilers, but there's a person there who chose the periodic table of elements as their category, and I'm like, this comes up during Pop Quiz so much, I just need to sit down and learn these. Yeah, Rob Lowe was hosting it, and he's an alright host, you know, he does his thing. He's like, start the randomizer. Yeah. Like it's a good, like, it's very basic trivia, but it has really easy play from home elements, so I like it. So he talks about Atkins a lot. Like, he did once, I think, because there was something related to a diet, all right? Like, like it. Anyway, I digress. Moving along to question number 5. The Vincia Trophy goes to the NHL's best player in what position? And because a certain GOAT dominated that area, the space behind the net in hockey is sometimes called whose office? And then speaking of other trivia shows, I haven't finished it, but I started the first episode of Pop Culture Jeopardy on Prime. And it was interesting. It was cool that, like, you have 3 people playing, and one of the teams are dodgeballers from Canada, and I'm like, hey, I play dodgeball. Maybe I'll see you at a tournament. Like, but I never go to Canadian tournaments. Like, I don't know how hardcore they are, but it was cool to say, hey, because I know that our dodgeballs sometimes are branded with Dodgeball Canada on it, and I know that, like, Canada has a really big scene up there too, like all across different Canadian cities. So it was cool. Have you seen Pop Culture Jeopardy? And I think Colin Jost, he's a good host, you know. Oh, you're out there. Wait, I'm gonna see Rod on that joint? Oh, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna go watch it. Anyway. Now that I'm done fangirling, let's move on over to question number 6. Sacred to the Maya, the Quetzal is now the national bird of what country? And mostly found in North Africa, the Barbary partridge appears on the 1-cent coins of what tiny British territory? Oh my God, oh my God. Oh, yo. Ron, the fresh maker. Okay, let me stop. I'm fan. Like, anytime I see somebody I know on the TV, I just be fangirling. I just be like, yo, I know that person. Oh crap! Oh, see, I haven't been paying attention to, like, to any of the promos and everything. But dang, now I gotta see what episode he's on. Anyway, I'm far too into this right now. So let's begin on bounce over to your penultimate question of round number 6. Question number 7. Swap out the orange juice for a screwdriver for grapefruit juice to get what canine cocktail? And swap out the olives in a martini for onions, and you get what cocktail possibly named for a Charles Dana something? You know what, Leah? I agree. Like, I feel like I've watched, Netflix had some episodes of Jeopardy, but yeah, it feels very hard to watch like both Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune if you don't catch it live. Which I don't know the last time outside of Survivor I actually sat down to watch live TV. All right, while we contemplate the magic of what streaming has done to live TV, let's move on to question number 8, your final question of round number 6. A trend for unreliable anti-heroines in fiction is often blamed for what 2012 Gillian Flynn novel? And the unstable Miss Havisham schemes to make Pip's life miserable in what 1861 Charles Dickens novel? Oh. The more you know. And now for your bonus question. On mushrooms, they release spores. On fish, they take in oxygen from water. What's that G word? For cool, your bonus question one more time. On mushrooms, they release spores. On fish, they take in oxygen from the water. What's that G word? It looks like we got a bunch of correct answers coming down the pipeline, so let's go over your answers for round number 6. Jeez Louise. For question number 1, the Spanglers revisit a New York City firehouse in the 2024 installment of the Ghostbusters franchise. And Lucius Verus Aurelius comes back to the Coliseum in Gladiator 2. For question number 2, the ABC medical drama that has named all but one of its 400 plus episodes after song titles, that is Grey's Anatomy. And of course, the pilot episode is the only one that's not named after a song. And a cover of Journey's Don't Stop Believing hit number 4 on the Billboard charts thanks to a 2009 episode of Glee. It was the pilot episode of Glee, but you know. Anyway, moving on to question number 3. What Italian fashion brand first started putting horse bits on its loafers in 1953? That is Gucci. And the American jeans brand that has question marks in its logo since it was founded in 1981 is Guess. Or is it Guess? Anyway, moving along to question number 4. From the Latin word aurum, AU is the medical symbol for gold. And for your second part, along with francium, obviously the 31st element that is also named after France is gallium. For question number 5, the Vezina Trophy goes to the NHL's best player in what position? That would be goalkeeper, goalie, goaltender. And because a certain goat dominated that area, the space behind the net in hockey is sometimes called Gretzky's office. For question number 6, sacred to the Maya, the Quetzal is now the national bird of Guatemala. And mostly found in North Africa, the Barbary partridge appears on the 1-cent coins in Gibraltar. For question number 7, if you swap out the orange juice in a screwdriver for grapefruit juice, you get a Greyhound. And if you swap out the olives in a martini for onions, you get a Gibson. And finally, question number 8. A trend for unreliable anti-heroines in fiction is also blamed on the 2012 Gillian Flynn novel Gone Girl. And the unstable Miss Havisham schemes to make Pip's life miserable in the 1961 Charles Dickens novel Great Expectations. Alrighty, and now your bonus question once more. On mushrooms, they release spores, and on fish, they take in oxygen from the water. The G word is gills. Or just gill.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Alrighty, folks, this is your final round of the night, and it's also worth 16 points. But a good rule of thumb to follow is even number questions are going to be worth 2 through 4 points, and odd number questions are worth 1. So, starting with question number 1, worth 1 point. Place a stethoscope near the dial surface and count the number of clicks you hear. Are steps in WikiHow's hopefully legal guide to what skill? Alright, folks, let's move on to question number 2 for 2 points. The logos for the NBA's Warriors and Wizards respectively feature what 2 famous landmarks? Moving along to question number 3. This behind the scenes shot comes from what 2017 film? Ooh. Moving on to question number 4 of your final round. This one is worth 3 points. Point number 1. Like their rugby uniforms, the covers of New Zealand's passports have silver ferns on what color background? Tintin and the Smurfs appear under UV light on passports issued in what European country? And every page of Indonesia's passport shows a national treasure, including a shot of what 300-pound lizard? Moving along to question number 5. Showing off a 6 Grunfield defense in Game 14, 18-year-old Gukesh. Let me make sure I get this right. Oh, goodness. Gukesh Duramaju recently won the World What Championships? Tintin is entering the public domain. Let me find out, yo. Only with the public domain's consent. I mean, I loved Tintin growing up. Loved Tintin. Oh man, I don't know. Oh, I might have to start writing some Tintin fan fiction or something. Tintin beats Godzilla. I just want to know, with all these Godzilla movies, when we gonna get Godzuki? When we gonna get Tintin slash? Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. All right, moving on to question number 6, also worth 3 points. Yes or no, the 2024 bring us a new Fast and the Furious film. President of Mexico. And book by George R.R. Martin. Why wait for a Tintin slash fic when you can be the change you want to see in the world? You know what? I already have a friend that writes Heartstopper fan fiction, right? Like, I would probably write like Pokemon fan fiction or something, like before I would do Tintin slash fiction. Like, I'd have to rewatch Tintin and reread Tintin to like get the gist of Tintin, right? Like, you know, it just seems like I always not fall for, but like be really into. Well, actually, I just realized maybe I just don't know what country it comes from, so I'm just gonna put that over to the side and move on over to question number 7. YouTuber Alexei Gerasimov is working with Michael Bay on a film version of what mini series about a war between humans and commodes? Yeah, I mean, I don't know like what the internet has done to the kids these days. Like, I thought slang was wild when I was a kid. But Gen Alpha and prepubescent Gen Z. I guess Gen Z is like all teenagers though. Teenagers and like young adults. Like, yeah. Moving on to question number 8, your final question in the final round. For 4 points, I'll give you an artist and a song title. You tell me what fruit goes in the blank. Harry Styles, blank sugar. Fats Domino's, blank hill. Megan Moroney's Tennessee blank. And Blank Phone by Rafi. What do the... Oh my god, I feel like I want to ask Google that. Hey Google, when do the Muppets go into public domain? So not until 2071. So you got a while. Damn. I was hoping it would be sooner than that. Damn. Alrighty, folks, let's go into your final bonus question of the night. Howie Mandel had a quick cameo as the banker in this year's Weird Island version of what low-skill game show? Your bonus question one more time. Howie Mandel had a quick cameo as the banker in this year's Weird Island version of what low-skill game show? Okay. I see some correct answers, but one, it's coming back early next year on Paramount Plus, or not Paramount Plus, sorry, on Peacock. And if you're a fan of Survivor, and if you still have a crush on them, Parvati is going to be on there. So, I'm just saying. I maybe watched it with like great intent because it had Rob from Survivor on it. I guess if you put a Survivor person on a reality show, I'll watch it. Anyway, I digress. Let's go over your answers for the final round. Random knowledge. See, thank you, Stephanie. Picking up on putting down. Anyway, moving up to question number 1. Place a stethoscope near the dial surface and count the number of clicks you hear. Are steps in WikiHow's hopefully legal guide to safe cracking. Well, what's number 2 for 2 points? The logo for the NBA's Warriors and Wizards respectively feature what 2 famous landmarks? That's the Golden Gate Bridge and the Washington Monument. For question number 3, this behind-the-scenes shot comes from what 2017 film? That would be Beauty and the Beast. For question number 4, for 3 points, like their rugby uniforms, the cover of New Zealand's passports have silver ferns with what color in the background? That would be black. For Tintin and the Smurfs, they appear under UV light on passports issued from Belgium. And every page of Indonesia's passport shows a national treasure, including a shot of a 300-pound Komodo dragon. For question number 5, showing off the 6 Grunfield defense, 18-year-old Gukesh Domaraju recently won the World Chess Championship. For question number 6 for 3 points, yes or no, did 2024 bring us a new Fast and Furious film? No. President of Mexico? Yes, that's Claudia Sheinbaum. And book by George R.R. Martin? No. No. When we gonna get it? We want more Game of Thrones anyway. Now that I've got that off my chest, let's move on over to question number 7. YouTuber Alexei Jeremasov is working with Michael Bay on a film version of Skibidi Toilet. But here's the question. Will it have Skibidi Ohio Riz? Or will it be 4+4? I'm an elder millennial. That sounded weird. Anyway, moving on to question number 8. For 4 points, I gave you an artist and a song title. You told me the fruit that goes in the blank. For Harry Styles, that's Watermelon Sugar. For Fats Domino, that is Blueberry Hill. Megan Moroney's is Tennessee Orange. And Rafi has Banana Phone. The internet was a mistake. I mean, I guess you don't have Skibidi Ohio Riz. Stop. Oh my god, I can't. What are the kids on? Anyway, let's go over your bonus question one more time. Howie Mandel had a quick cameo as the banker in this year's Weird Island version of what low-skill game show that is Deal or No Deal? As always, don't forget to be awesome, stay safe, stay healthy, have a good night, and we'll see you on the flip side in 2025. Peace, y'all.